Good morning. Let's wake up and be wealthy. I'm here with the one and only Jessica. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Hi.
I'm so excited to have you on the podcast today. And we are talking about how to choose self love over stress. Yes, please.
Yeah. I'll
How
take
do
some of
we
my
do
cup.
that?
Yes, yes. It's so important. It's so needed. It's so needed to talk about for sure.
So easier said than done, right? Like our logical brain knows, like, sure, I should choose self-love over stress, but then you've got a sitter canceling on you, clients' payments maybe not going through, like just insert any type of stress, right?
Anything.
So how do we do that effectively?
Yeah, of course. So I always like to start with what is stress. And so because it's a word we use every single day, you call your girlfriend up, you're like, oh my God, my day is so stressful, blah, 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 right? And we just go on with the conversation. So what the heck is it? So you just named a lot of great examples. So is a reaction to change. You had a sitter plan and all of a sudden, boom, it didn't happen. You had a payment plan, your clients were supposed to pay, and boom, it didn't happen, right? It happens every single day. No matter how much we say we're in control, secret is, guys, we're not. So that's what I want to talk about. So, what do we do? So, when it comes to self love, a lot of what I focus on, yes, creating awareness around stress, but self love in the sense of taking care of yourself, especially as women, we are very much of give, 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 give. But I mean, there's every cute little quote saying out there of taking care of yourself, can't pour from a teapot, all that kind of stuff. But what I like to focus on is the why. And my why is usually around the people around you. So if you're a mom, think about this. You're at the dinner table, the phone's ringing, the kids are crying, the pot's boiling over. It's a normal Monday night, right? And you finally sit down and the kids are talking to you about your day, but you're there physically, but are you there mentally when they're saying, oh my God, let me tell you what Susie did today? Your automatic initiative thought is, oh my God, please make this a short story. Get to the point. And it's nothing against your kid, but you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're everything else is going on in your thoughts. And so, how do we get there so you can actually be in that moment and listen to your kid tell you about the day? Listen to your significant other tell you about the day. When you're at the soccer game, literally see and feel the excitement of your kids making the goal, right? That's what I want to get people to. And how do you do it? So that's the why. So, how do you do it? Is literally by making time for yourself. I hear you. I hear you. Before I know, give yourself a minute. Yell at me first. Go ahead, do all the yelling. Don't hang up though. Do the yelling. Come back. Okay. Yes. And I say with 1 to 5 minutes a day. What does 1 to 5 minutes a day with just yourself look like? And so my quote is always drinking the coffee while it's still hot. Because how many times are you microwaving the coffee, lose the coffee? It was with you. It's probably on the top of the roof of the car. It's probably in the car. I don't even know at this point. So drinking the coffee while it's still hot.
I love that. And we always feel better after. Like always.
Always.
So it's like allowing yourself to feel that feeling because we deserve it.
Yeah. And you said it. It's allowing, it's not giving yourself a guilt trip, right? It's treating yourself as you treat others. If I called you and said, my day is so stressful, I don't even want to get the dishes done, laundry is overflowing, all I want to do is sleep. The first thing you're going to tell me is, girl, don't do it. Let the dishes overflow. Let the laundry happen. Sit on the couch with a glass of wine. It's okay. But as soon as you get off the phone with her, you go do your dishes, you go do your laundry, then, right? You don't even take your own advice, you know?
Why do you think that is?
Because we have different standards for ourselves, right? We want to hold on to more. We want to be the support system, right? We want to be the strong one because society said, if you take on more, if you hold on more, if you don't show air quote weakness, you're strong. If you're a mom, you have a full-time job, part-time job, kids, husband, house clean. If you do all this, you're amazing. But how do you do it all? You got to start by taking care of yourself. You have to, for me to be there and have a successful relationship, I have to be awake, not falling asleep during conversation. I have to be present, not thinking about my to-do list. And for me to get there, I have to make time for myself because the other thing is I set the standards for how others show up to my life. So if I say you can talk negative to me, if I say, because I do, if I say you can walk around on me, if I say you call me last minute to change plans because I do it on myself, that's what people are going to do. How
Hmm.
many times have you asked yourself, going, why does everybody do this to me? I'm always this person. Well, what are you doing? What standards have you set for yourself in your life? And put it this way. We all know that one person that you can't eat in their car. You can't eat in the car. Can't eat in the car, right? You have that one person because they set that standards. You know that one person when you go over their house, you can't wear shoes in their house because that's their standards. You know that one person you can't call at 8 o'clock in the morning because they're not awake because that's their standards. Where are the standards that you're setting in your life?
It's so huge because I really do believe sometimes we have to slow down so we can speed up. And a lot of times we're just moving through the motions of, oh my gosh, this client needs it. Let me get that. My kids need this. Let me get that. And like, we just end the day very unfulfilled. And
Yeah.
then we're like, why am I doing all of this? Especially business owners, right? Like, this is not easy, but we make it so much harder than it needs to be.
So much harder. We think we have to keep going. And yes, of course, grow your business. Yes, show up for people. I'm not saying just sit at home all the time, but I'm saying doing those check-ins. Because the first thing that you asked me when I came on here was, is self-love over stress aligned with you still? If I wasn't doing my self check-ins, if I wasn't living by what I preach, how would I have known? How would I have known that I like tea over coffee? How would I have known that I like this restaurant over this restaurant, or I don't like going to these movies? Right? Because if I don't make time for myself, I'm not going to know what I want and need. So I can't expect other people to give me what I want and need if I don't even know what I want to need.
I know. I feel like women trip up on the question of like, how can I support you? We're like, oh my gosh, we get so weird about it.
They're
And
so awkward.
I really think to your point, it's because we haven't spent enough time with ourselves and we don't even know what we need. So how can we tell somebody else?
You hit it right on the nail. I don't know the answer. I don't want to feel dumb, awkward, or stupid.
Yep.
So, oh, I don't know. I'm just going to laugh it off. And we're so silly. Right.
Yeah.
It's because I really don't know. It's because I don't make that time for myself. And the time I do make for myself, and this isn't supposed to be dramatic, but how much of that time is you're crying, you're sad, you're questioning life,
Whoa.
right?
Yeah, I had a client say to me not too long ago, she's like, I had a huge aha moment, and she's like, I only am journaling when I am frustrated. And she's like, why am I not journaling when I'm happy? I was like, what a big gift to realize that. And to your point, like to piggyback off of that, like, are we only spending time with ourselves when we're sad or frustrated and we like need to release, but not in the happy moments? That's profound.
First of all, give your clients some love from me because right on the money. And it's
Yeah.
actually one of the things that I talk to my clients about because it's very easy to talk about the woes. The first thing we do when we call your girlfriend, oh my God, today was so stressful, right? We know that we can do that. Check A plus. We succeeded there. Okay. Next subject, please. Right. Where are the happy moments? And this is what gets really hard when we're doing something as journaling. So we could talk about the woes, but we struggle going, well, what was the good that happened today? And we really struggle on that because we're so prone and to looking at all the negatives that we miss on the good ones. And I'm not sitting here saying life is always rainbows and butterflies. For sure. We all know that. But there's actually a lot more good in our life than we give ourselves credit for, whether it's within, what's surrounding us. And if there's not, what needs to change? Because again, we set those standards.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of like there's a lot of things in this world that we don't have control over, but there is a lot that we do. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely a two-way street. Do you feel like we're addicted to stress?
Yeah, because it's a bragging right. Think
Mm,
about a business owner. What's the first thing? Oh, how's business going? I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm just so busy. I have just so many things going on. Okay, great. What are they? Because every business owner has spent time scrolling through TikTok. Every business owner has spent time walking around our kitchen going, I'm going to have some tea. Maybe I'll make some lunch. And I'm not saying you're not busy, but there's some good stuff. You don't, yeah, I had a great day. I got some really good meetings done. A potential client happened, I had a really great podcast interview. Great. So we do it as a kind of like a bragging right. Oh, I ran the business and now I'm going to go cook a 5-course meal tonight. It's going to be amazing and everybody's going to love it. We say everybody else, but we don't talk about what makes us happy.
How can we stop doing that? Like, I don't want to live like that. I don't want anyone else to live like that. So, how do we be the rebel in the world and live differently?
First of all, I love the word rebel. I'm stealing that. Like, listen, I think about like
Peel
Hank and
away.
Gal right now when you're talking about rebel and how we all looked up to them growing up. Anybody? Just me?
Yes.
Um, Different story, different podcast. But but yeah, so going back to that 1 to 5 minutes. So there's a couple of things you do. So I'll do some nutshells because I know we want them really quick. So I'm gonna talk about communication really quick. The first thing is avoiding the words always and never when we're talking to somebody. Think about that. Always and never. You always are too busy for me. You never listen to me. Always and never. We become defensive. Now we're in the arguing. Now we're not resolving. Right? So what do? I feel frustrated that when I asked you to bring the creamer, you didn't get creamer for me. It makes me feel like my needs are not important. There was no, you are the horrible person or anything that I'm taking accountability for my feelings and my reactions towards that action, right? Taking accountability over here. What is it? What happened? Why? So that. The next thing is going to be that self-love. How are you talking to yourself? And really how you're talking to yourself. In the sense of I will get lost in a shoebox. Like I am the true definition of getting lost in a shoebox. Okay. If every time the GPS goes rerouting, which is like her favorite word to me. If I go, oh my God, Jess, you're stupid. You're so dumb. You're an idiot. I'm not, just not paying attention. It's a real thing. And so if I did that, I'm telling myself that it's okay for others to tell me that, for others to look at me that way. And if that's not good enough, I want you to think about all the negative things you said to yourself today. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. I'm ugly. This outfit's horrible. I can't believe you said that. The list goes on. You're worthless. You're not loved. And I want you to write them all down. And I want you to put dear sister at the top, dear mom, dear best friend, dear aunt. Would you say any of those things to people you love or respect?
No.
No, because you love and respect them. Love and respect yourself. So how do we get there? It's that 1 to 5 minutes a day. Set a timer. The alarm goes off to this morning. Let's say 6:15. Let's just go crazy. 6:15 alarm goes off today. For 1 minute, you have another alarm. I don't care what you do. You can just open the book that's next to you. But you just keep telling yourself you're going to read. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. So you put it next to you. Just open it. Read the title. You can read the bio. I don't care. Just open it. Down, practice breathing. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to breathe for a little bit. I'm going to warm up a cup of coffee. If I drink it when it's hot, it's fine. If not, I'm not there yet. But listen to what I'm saying. It's 1 to 5 minutes. It's baby steps. And I say baby steps because you're training yourself. You're learning something new. I can't buy a pair of sneakers today and run a marathon tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. I have to buy the shoes. I have to train. I have to practice. I have to make commitment. And I have to do it every single day. Then I can run the marathon. It's an everyday thing. It's not just today's the day. It's every day.
I love that. And I'm like still hung up in the best way ever on the always and never. Like we say that to ourselves all the time. Like
All the time.
I'm never going to make it, right? Like I'm never going to make it to XYZ sales goal. I'm always running late. Like whatever it may be, like we put these infinite labels on ourselves
Yes.
and that's what we start to attract.
You attract them because you're looking for validation throughout the day.
Yes.
Well, that just proved me I'm always getting lost because I'm an idiot. Well, there I
Mhm.
go again. Oh, I didn't make that client call. Yep, shows me I'm not going to make my sales this month because I never do.
Mm.
Right? That's what's going to happen. We set those standards.
Yes, and I love course correcting in real time. Like I'm human, right? So like but I know how important our words are and I will literally stop myself and be like, "Whoa, no, I do not mean that. Let me take that back." And like it's almost like a rewind, but I do that on purpose because I know how important the words that we say are, whether they're out loud or not. And so I love all of these tips. I think they're so helpful in like buying the pair of shoes to run the marathon. Like it's not going to happen overnight. Like that is
Oh,
so helpful.
yeah. It's it's important. It's helpful. And like you said too, the biggest thing is we are human.
Mm.
And I think us talking about this more and more shows that we are all having a similar thoughts. And you have group sessions probably, I'm not sure, but I know when I do my group workshops, the first thing is, oh, me too. Oh, I'm not alone. Oh, I have that thought too. Yes. Because guess what? You're human. You're human. You're
Yes.
human.
Yes. I used to think as a coach and a mentor, I had to have all my shit together and be this perfect, version of myself. And I was freaking exhausted. And when I started to take those expectations and labels off myself, my business actually blew up. Like,
What's
it was
up?
just mind blowing to me that I was like, wait, I don't always have to wear makeup. I don't have to always have my shit together. Like, I can just tell you, like, how I'm struggling and you actually appreciate it. It just, like, it blew me away. And it, like, was the best gift ever because when we see those type of people online, it feels impossible for us to build whatever they built that we desire. And so it's just been huge to know that.
No, you're right. And we put these other people on these pedestals that, oh, they don't have bad days. They're always working out. They're always having successful calls. They're all again with that always. It's not real.
Hmm.
It's not real. The
Yes.
fact of something always happening. Listen, girls, your birth control is 99%. Okay. Okay? Like it's not an always for thing. It's not.
Yes.
So you just having that mindset, I think, is really great. But also, what you were talking about when you attracted people, but the other thing was you're being realistic. People want people they can relate to,
Hmm.
right? So if I tell you that I get lost easily, and you're like, "Yep, me too. Yep,
Hmm.
hey, she's not. We're the same. We're both human." You know? Yeah.
I love that. And like when we put those people on the pedestal, then we're chasing something that doesn't even exist. Like and then we're never going to get there, right? Like if the
Yeah.
destination doesn't exist and we're heading towards it, like we'll never get there. So it doesn't feel that good anyways.
Yeah. You're actually right. You're not setting a realistic goal for yourself. And I think that also puts in a part of what works for you. So I just listed just bite-sized habits, bite-sized things you can do. Obviously, I have plenty more, but what works for you? If that one piece, if you're like, listen, coffee when it's hot, it's not my jam, it's not your jam. That doesn't work for you. That's okay. So finding what does work for you and is realistic for you is really important.
Amen to that. I love that. So obviously we could talk all day long about this. But
Obviously.
if people want to know more, get in your world, hire you one on one, like tell us all the things.
Yeah, of course. So my business is called Journey to Yourself. It's really fitting right now. So I say I'm a stress management and self-love coach. You can find all my information about my coaching packages on my website called journeytoyourself.net. So I do one-on-one coaching, speaking, but my second piece to my business is I work with corporations as well. So I work with their employees on a one-on-one basis or provide their corporations a monthly workshop. Again, everything is found on my website, contact information, more details about the coaching, workshops, everything in between on journeytoyourself.net.
Awesome. And we will link that in the show notes as well. So that way it's there and ready to go. And my favorite question to ask our guests is what does it mean to you to be wealthy?
Ooh, I know silly questions probably being happy, but being happy with myself, like what I've created as far, right? So being happy of where I was and where I am now.
I love that. And I think we tend to chase money, but if you can chase happiness first, the money will come in unthinkable, unimaginable, beautiful ways
Oh yeah.
because you're happy. Like it's so good. It's so
So
good.
good.
Yeah,
It's
I love it. You're amazing. Well, I took so many nuggets away from today. So take one action item from Jessica and contact her, give her some love on social. Where do you hang out most on social media?
probably Instagram. So
Okay.
Journey to Yourself 101.
Okay, cool. So say hi to Jessica on Instagram and hopefully we'll have you back on the podcast.
Oh,
So
that'd be so much fun.
yes, good talking to you.
Bye now.